The galaxy had always been a vast, mysterious expanse of stars and planets, but humanity's arrival on the interstellar stage was like dropping a match into a powder keg. For centuries, Earth remained blissfully unaware of the cosmic dance happening, just beyond its atmosphere. But when the first alien probe landed in the Nevada desert in 2073, everything changed. At first, contact with the Zenari, a technologically superior race from a distant star system, was met with cautious optimism. They claimed to come in peace, offering advanced technology in exchange for Earth's resources. The Zenari emissaries were sleek, insectoid creatures with shimmering carapaces that glinted under artificial light. Their leader, an imposing figure known as Vorthax, spoke through a translator device, his voice calm yet authoritative. "Humans," Vorthax began during their televised address to the United Nations, "we have observed your species for many cycles. You are resilient, adaptable, and possess untapped potential. We offer you knowledge, tools, and guidance to elevate yourselves among the stars." Earth's leaders, desperate to solve issues like climate change, poverty, and disease, eagerly accepted the deal. In return, they handed over mining rights to several resource-rich regions across the globe. It seemed like a fair trade, at least at first. Years passed, and humanity flourished. Cities grew taller, diseases vanished, and space travel became commonplace thanks to Zenari-engineered hyperdrives. People marveled at how quickly humans adapted to this new era of prosperity. Yet beneath the surface, tensions simmered. Whispers spread about secret deals made between governments and the Zenari. Reports emerged of entire communities displaced by extraterrestrial mining operations. Protests erupted worldwide, demanding transparency and accountability, but no one could have predicted what happened next. It started with a single transmission intercepted by a rogue astronomer named Dr. Elena Vasquez. Late one night, while monitoring deep space signals, she stumbled upon something chilling. Encrypted messages exchanged between Zenari command ships. Decoding them revealed a sinister truth. The Zenari weren't here to help humanity thrive. They were preparing to betray them. "They view us as expendable," Elena muttered aloud, her hands trembling as she read the decrypted text. "Once they've stripped our planet bare, they plan to exterminate us." Elena knew she couldn't keep this information to herself. She reached out to an old friend, Captain Marcus Kane, a decorated officer in the newly formed United Earth Defense Force, UEDF. Together, they devised a plan to expose the Zenari plot before it was too late. Captain Kane stood aboard the UEDF flagship Aegis, staring out at the endless void of space. Behind him, his crew bustled around the bridge, monitoring systems and running diagnostics. The weight of responsibility pressed heavily on his shoulders. If Elena was right, and he had no reason to doubt her, then humanity's survival depended on their next move. "Sir," called Lieutenant Harper, the ship's communications officer, snapping Kane out of his thoughts. "We're receiving a priority message from Earth Command." "On screen," Kane ordered, turning toward the holographic display. General Hayes appeared, his face grim. "Marcus, we've confirmed Dr. Vasquez's findings. The Zenari aren't just exploiting us, they're planning genocide. We need to act fast. Every second counts." Kane nodded. "Understood, General. What's the plan?" Hayes hesitated, then said, "There isn't one. Not officially. This stays off the books. Do whatever it takes to stop them." With those words, the general cut the transmission, leaving Kane and his crew to shoulder the burden alone. Meanwhile, aboard the Zenari mothership Xylora, Vorthax convened with his council of advisors. The insectoid leader clicked his mandibles thoughtfully as he reviewed data projections displayed on a floating console. "The humans grow restless," one advisor noted. "Their protests increase daily. Perhaps we should accelerate Phase 2. Vorthax considered this. "No. Patience is key. Let them believe they still hold power. Once their planet is depleted, we will eliminate them swiftly. There is no room for error." Little did they know, their plans were already unraveling. Back on the Aegis, Kane gathered his senior officers for a briefing. "Listen up," he began, pacing in front of the assembled team. "We've got one shot at this. Thanks to Dr. Vasquez, we know the Zenari intend to wipe us out once they've drained Earth dry. Our mission is simple: take the fight to them before they can strike." "How do we even stand a chance against their tech?" asked Lieutenant Harper skeptically. "That's where Dr. Vasquez comes in," Kane replied, gesturing to the scientist standing nearby. "She's reverse-engineered some of their tech. With any luck, we'll level the playing field." Elena stepped forward, holding up a small device. "This is a prototype EMP weapon designed to disable Zenari shields. It won't last long, so timing will be critical. We hit them hard, fast, and without mercy." The room fell silent as the gravity of their situation sank in. This wasn't just another skirmish. It was humanity's last stand. The battle began near Jupiter's orbit, where the Zenari fleet lay stationed. Under cover of darkness, the Aegis led a small squadron of modified fighters toward the enemy. Armada. As they approached, Elena activated the EMP device, sending a pulse that temporarily disabled the Zenari ship's defenses. "Now!" Kane shouted, signaling the attack. Missiles streaked across the void, slamming into unprotected hulls. Explosions lit up the blackness of space as human vessels darted between larger Zenari cruisers, picking them off one by one. Despite being outnumbered, the humans fought with ferocity born of desperation. On board the Xylora, Vorthax watched the chaos unfold with mounting disbelief. "How is this possible?" he demanded, his voice crackling with anger. "Their weapons shouldn't penetrate our shields." "They've adapted," an advisor admitted reluctantly. "They've learned from us." Realization dawned on Vorthax. Humanity wasn't the weak, primitive species he'd assumed. They were cunning, resourceful, and capable of turning the tables when cornered. As the tide of battle shifted, Kane piloted the Aegis straight for the Xylora. His goal was clear: neutralize the Zenari leadership and force a surrender. With shields down and weapons blazing, the human flagship breached the mothership's outer defenses. Inside the Xylora, Kane and a squad of Marines stormed the command center. Vorthax awaited them, surrounded by guards. The insectoid leader raised a claw-like appendage in defiance. "You think this changes anything?" Vorthax hissed. "You are but a fleeting spark in the cosmos." Kane leveled his rifle at the alien. "Leader. Maybe so. But sparks start fires." With a decisive squeeze of the trigger, Kane ended the threat posed by the Zenari. The remaining fleet surrendered shortly after, realizing they had underestimated humanity's resolve. In the aftermath, Earth rebuilt stronger than ever, using recovered Zenari tech to fortify its defenses. News of the victory spread across the galaxy, serving as both a warning and a testament to human ingenuity. As Captain Kane reflected on the cost of their triumph, he couldn't help but smile. Humanity had proven itself not just as survivors, but as warriors who would never back down, not even against the stars themselves. And somewhere, deep in the void, other alien races took note. Betraying humans meant signing their own death warrant.